everyone, and thank you so much for joining me. As we are now going into autumn, winter, I thought it would be the perfect time to talk about candles because I do have a candle addiction, and I will admit that I've gone on a little bit of a candle haul spending spree at the moment. A lot of these fragrances are completely new out as well and were new to me. One of the brands in question I knew nothing about, and in my opinion they are as good as Jo Malone and a fraction of the price. I've got a couple of room diffusers, including one that you would not even realise is a room diffuser. So let me show you some of my favourites. It's not really a candle, nor is it a diffuser. Well, it sort of is. It is this. Would you believe it? But this is home fragrance, and it doubles also as faux flowers. This is my third one of these. This is from Cote Noire. Some of you who have been with me a while may remember I've already got two of these though. I have one in a black vase that is lily and rose. I already have one of these in Magnolia, but I wanted to get another one for my downstairs guest cloakroom. But the way these work is that you pick your flower. You can either get a clear or a black vase, and in fact I think they even do smaller ones that have got one single flower in the top. These are made out of a type of rubber, and the one thing that always really surprises me with them is that when you get this, when you feel how they feel, it's really creepy. They feel like real flowers. The way that it moves, the lightness of the material, the way it feels, everything looks and feels really genuine about it. The smell of the flower is already encapsulated within that plastic. So when you get it and you open it, it's not like a punch in the face of like fake flower. It actually smells really genuine. And then what you get with that is, depending on the fragrance that you've bought, you get either one or two of these. These are an oil type solution. This is the one that I got with the Magnolia one. This is called Spring Flowers. It smells very fresh. It smells just lovely, really. When you get it, you have a separation of, I guess, the oil and it's not water, but whatever the other substance is, and you've got to give it a shake, and then it goes cloudy like that. And whenever you want to top up the smell of these, you just give them a spray. Something that I've been doing as well since owning these is, for example, if you see that, the faux flowers that I've got behind me, this is the rose one that came with my other arrangement. But I actually go around the house sometimes after I've done the cleaning, if I want to add a bit of a fragrance to the air, all the fake flowers that I've got in the house, I'll just spritz them with these, and it actually really worked. The next candles, I'm super excited to show you these. This is a brand that I've never bought from before. I have got 3 plus a room diffuser. If I remember rightly, this brand has got a luxury line that are a bit more expensive, and then it's got like a regular line plus diffusers as well. Right, the first one that I got, this was the one that drew me in. It is called Morello Cherry. These are by a brand called Lower Lodge, by the way. If you like cherry or that marzipan fragrance, in fact, there is a Jo Malone marzipan candle that I have on my desk downstairs. Is it called macaroon? I think it's macaroon and marzipan. If you like that fragrance, this is like the same thing but a tiny bit stronger. I love marzipan. I love that cherry bakewell fragrance. So I smelt that and I was like, I have to get that. And then while I was there, I started smelling the other ones. So they've got like a regular line of candles which look like that. Then they've got their premium line. This is a premium line one, and this is the one I was telling you smells just like Jo Malone Pomegranate Noir. Comes in this lovely box. That is a decent sized candle. I noticed that all of their candles they're like sealed with a bit of sticky. Oh God, that's good. That is Pomegranate Noir to an absolute T. If you like a spicy, warming, slightly fruity candle that isn't really sugary or too fruity or too sickly, I guess it's like a grown-up version of a fruity candle. This is honestly for you. The black pepper in this takes out the sweetness. The other candle that I got, and it came in this box, which has got like a magnetic closure on the top of it. This is Sandalwood and Cedar. It's by the same brand. It smells like sandalwood and cedar, but it's got like a sweet muskiness to it. Previously, I've always gone for really cinnamony or nutmeg or really spicy sweet fragrances and candles, And I feel like this year, I've got a couple of Diptyque ones as well that I'm going to come on to. And I feel like I'm going for a lot more, they're still sweet and they're still spicy, but they're a lot more earthy and not so, I don't know, they're just a bit more grown up. It does have a really delicate but lovely scent of sandalwood to it. I'm thinking about when I was about 15, I went through this like hippie phase where I was always burning, what are they called? Those incense sticks. And I used to burn the sandalwood one and it didn't even smell that nice. It was really overpowering and strong. This is so delicate, but it's got a hint of that in it. This has just made me think of this, and I want to smell it to see if it's my imagination or if it is similar. This is the Jo Malone cologne, and it's in wood, sage and sea salt. They are different, but they're similar. Like, you know, the wood, sage and sea salt, if you're into this, it's sort of sold as that sort of woody, earthy tone. This is the same. They don't smell the same, but they've got that same balance to them. If you like this type of fragrance, then I do believe you're going to like this. Then I got this, which I couldn't resist. When you walk into my house, I've got like a large console table, and on it I have got a reed diffuser. And I've had it for probably just over a year now. I got it from Next. If you go into Next, get the one called Miami. That is what my house smells like. I love that smell. But I only really like it in spring and summer, and then as soon as autumn turns up, it just feels a little bit too light. So this is another reed diffuser, and I'm looking to replace what I've got with this. This is in the fragrance called Rose and Tuberose. Now, Tuberose is one of my favorite fragrances anyway from Diptyque, which is so random because, as I said here, I don't actually like floral fragrances, but that's floral, but it's got like a muskiness to it. If you know exactly what I'm talking about here, where you like florals but you don't like florals, you like them to have like a bit of depth, a bit of like earthy. If you like Diptyque Tuberose, give this a whirl. I think you're gonna love it. I get so excited about candles and home fragrance. Even things like, I went food shopping the other day and I was with David, and I was like, I know I'm getting old because I'm excited about what fragrance of ironing water I'm gonna get. I didn't even know ironing water was a thing. A friend of mine told me about it, and I tried it and I was like, it made me want to iron, because everything ends up smelling really delicately of whatever your ironing water is. And anyway, I'm the same with ironing water, candles. Moving on to Diptyque, one is a replacement of one that I already use quite a lot, and one is completely new, and I didn't know they did it, and maybe you don't know they do it, so I thought I'd show it to you. It is called Vanilla. It's so nice. It smells like Tom Ford. You know the Tom Ford vanilla and tobacco? It really reminds me of that, only it's slightly higher on the vanilla level than that Tom Ford one is. It's very strong. It's not that sort of marzipan, sweetie vanilla smell. It's very musky, and it's almost got a hint of tobacco through it. I can't burn this for very long because after a while, sickly isn't the word, heavy is the word. It's lovely to have in a room and burn for a bit. In fact, I have it in here, I don't even burn it, I just leave it like this, and the fragrance that comes from the wax alone is pretty strong. I got this in Space NK. I saw it on the shelf, and at the time I thought, I'm sure I didn't know that they did vanilla. And to be honest, when I picked it up to smell it, how it smells is not a thing like what I had in mind, because normally I find vanilla candles are very vanilla-y and sweet and almost like ice cream. The other candle that I got, and this is a replacement, this is Amber. Amber and Pomegranate Noir from Jo Malone are my two fragrances that I love the most in winter. Amber is what I have on my desk while I work. It's not very strong. It's a very subtle fragrance that when you start burning it, you don't necessarily smell it. It's not like the vanilla one, which gets everywhere and is a little bit intoxicating after a while. The amber one is a lot more gentle. Then the other thing, this I got given, still on Diptyque. I was lucky enough to have been sent this product, which I think you're gonna like. It's new apparently. It's a new range that Diptyque are doing. This is shower foam. This is Rose. It comes in a canister like this. It is absolutely beautiful when you use it. Rose is not one of my favourite fragrances from Diptyque, to be honest. I don't love rose in general unless it's got something else mixed in with it. because it can be a bit too much rose. But this is something that is so delicate, so gentle. If you are a fan of the rose candles anyway, and that line of fragrance, then you're obviously gonna like this. I do have eczema, and so I tend to find that when I put fragrance on me, it just irritates my skin pretty much as soon as I've put it on. And I was semi-expecting that to be the case with this, but it wasn't. I don't know if it's because it washes off straight after. If, like me, you're into autumn winter candles that are a bit spicy, a little bit sweet, but not like overpowering, sort of like a grown-up sweet spiciness, please can you share them with me? It's got a faux snakeskin handle, and on the front of it, it's got faux snakeskin as well there. Apparently, it's discontinued, but you can get this in loads of other different colours. This top is new out, and it is from Ted Baker. The shoes are from Malone Blahnik. I got these in the summer of 2016. I got them 40% off in the Harrods sale. They always end up on sale, and they are probably the most comfortable heeled shoe I've ever worn. So if you are wanting something like this, of course you can buy them full price, but they're nearly £800 now, which, would I pay that for them? No, I wouldn't. They're nice, but they're not worth £800 in my opinion. They're worth the fact that I got them in the sale, and they do still come up every so often. So keep an eye out. My bracelet is the LARIAT bracelet from L. Florence, who is also here on YouTube. The watch I'm wearing today is one that I bought most recently from Jord. I got this in June or maybe July. If you haven't subscribed, and if you want to, of course, there's no pressure. If you don't like my videos, I don't blame you. But if you want to, you can just click on this here and that will sign you up. Thank you all so much for watching. You know I really, really massively appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.